Welcome to the Business Coaching Masterclass. I'm your host G, and today's session is Understanding Education. Real learning comes from a burning and a yearning, a fire in the mind, a solitary quest for individual betterment that runs against the grain of the monstrous monolithic structures that dictate to us what we must read, think, and talk about. The grand adventure that was a classical education has become an industry devoted to the monopolizing of childhood with a manifesto of irrelevance and distraction. We do not learn when we conform. We just submit ourselves to the gradual erasure of the core of our personality. Schools that were once the breeding grounds for objectivity and improvement now present themselves as nothing more than a simplistic way to remove the pillars of wisdom and logic. Albeit clouded in the most complex and sophisticated mist of marketing and manipulation ever created. Stand up like a nail and you will be hammered into oblivion. Wisdom is today sadly beyond the reach of most people who from an early age are subjected to a bias systematic confirmation machine under the threat of constant punishment. The aim of modern schools is to drill fear into young minds that the need for external control is vital. To avoid the pitfalls of cynicism, aggression, dissonance, and distrust, we have to remember: 1. There is not one single way to do anything. 2. Real choices cannot be made without the absence of risk. 3. Valuable questions always examine the need to preserve the temples. 4. Only real education teaches us to outgrow our dependencies. 5. Rituals soon become redundant in a virtuous and free society. 6. Madness is driven by a belief in secret narratives. The replacement of the understanding that we are enlightened spiritual beings with the science that we are programmable walking automatons has ruined much of society. Progress requires that the creative spirit be dominant, yet we live in an age where volume is commonly accepted as intelligence. The result of this is a promotion of evil as inevitable, in effect leaving good people to feel powerless and fear change. Young people who are disenabled today will be disenfranchised tomorrow and in turn disabled for life. The psychological organization and the beliefs therein is part of an ever-expanding problem that we face. Ever more programs with less and less content. Without transformation, without an ability to develop, without an exploration of the self and what that means, without an acceptance of responsibility, we will never be free. We are trapped in the mindset that we are just an ever increasing danger to ourselves. Society and commerce must be a free-flowing industrious exercise, and business should never be about just being busy. It's always time to embrace new concepts and respect old ones. Taking the power back begins with your duty to yourself. Petitioning those who have disempowered you to recoil from all that they know is as useless as asking a mountain to move. The answers lie in the self-knowledge that each individual can and will make a difference, and not just perform the robotic actions of an emotionless cog lost somewhere in the workings of an invisible system. We must move beyond the drilling lessons of school that aim to prove that society is full of inadequate individuals and incomplete souls who should at no cost ever be allowed into positions of control or power. We can always, all, do better. Thank you very much for taking time today to go through the Business Coaching Masterclass. Wherever you are, I wish you a fantastic day.